Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB baseball preview and prediction for a Saturday, July 3rd. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your weekend. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. You want to follow the top pickers today at bullpenpicks.com. Our leader is still Dom here at 786. In-game, Jerry D. Harris at 696, and there's the sniper at 649. Those are your top scores today at bullpenpicks.com. I went 10-4 yesterday, and Eddie O also 8-6, and there's Kyle Hintland 12-2. Those are the most followed players here at bullpenpicks.com. Folks, follow their picks, and hopefully it can lead you to the winner's circle at the end of the night. All right, let's get to this one, the Subway Series between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Now, this one was rain delayed yesterday. In fact, it got canceled. And 146 is the price tag today on the New York Yankees. The over-under set at 8.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with the Bronx Bombers here. 6.3 to 4.09 for New York. And the over-under set at 10.41. Jordan Montgomery up against Taijuan Walker of the Mets. And looking at the first pitch today is at 1:05. And also the Mets 11-3 in Walker starts. And the Yankees are 11-4 in Yankees starts. All right, Tampa Bay taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Tampa Bay taking on the chin last night against the Toronto Blue Jays. 11-1 was the final score. Tampa Bay going through a bit of a hiccup right now. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Now, Ross Stripling going to go today for the Toronto Blue Jays. He'll be up against Shane McClanahan of the Tampa Bay Rays. The forecast, 6.7 for Toronto, 4.2 for the Tampa Bay Rays. The over-under at 10.9. And the Kogo is set at 40%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total, and that's based on the law of average theory. Milwaukee taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Brew Crew winning last night in Pittsburgh 7-2. Eric Lauer going to go today for the Brew Crew, and he's up against Cody Ponce of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now the bookmakers have made the Brewers a 160 favorite. I had them listed at 163, so you're getting fair market value on the Milwaukee. The computer forecast going to go with the home team here. 5.8 for Pittsburgh, 3.8 for Milwaukee. The over-under at 9.63. 82% chance of winning here according to the law of average theory based on 17 games in the system. San Diego taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Big win last night for Philadelphia. In fact, was a 4-3 win, bottom of the ninth inning. And now looking at tonight's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish up against Zach Eflin of the Phillies. And the bookmakers have made San Diego a 160 favorite. My line on the game, minus 184. And we got the Padres winning this one, 7.7 to 6.2. The over-under a whopping 14. And that'll be tough to do because you got Yu Darvish going for San Diego. And they're 13-3 in this starts, 7-8-1 to the over-under. San Diego on a 2-game slide. Minnesota taking on the Kansas City Royals. Now the Royals a minus 106 price, so basically a pick-em price here. Coming off that 7-4 win last night against the Royals. And Danny Duffy going to go today for Kansas City. He's up against Griffin Jax of the Twins. And we do like Kansas City in this one, 8.7 to 4.6. The over-under at 13.4. Miami taking on the Atlanta Braves. What a pitching duel that was yesterday. 1-0 final for Atlanta. And today you got Sandy Alcantara going for the Marlins. He'll be up against Kyle Muller today of the Atlanta Braves. An afternoon start, 4:10 is the first pitch. And we do like Miami in this one. 5.5 to 3.9. The over-under is set at 9.5. Atlanta now on a 3-game win streak. Chicago Cubs now on a 7-game slide, and I've been telling you guys, watch out for the Cubs since that 15-7 loss to Milwaukee. Let's see if they can get the train back on the tracks. Adbert Alzolay going to go here for the Cubbies. He'll be up against Tyler Mahle of Cincinnati, and we do like the Reds in this one. 5.1 to 4.8. The over-under at 10.02. Looking at Cincinnati on the year, 1 game above 500, while Chicago's 2 game above 500. They're 42-40. And looking at the line on this game, minus 105 for Cincinnati, and you can see they're overvalued at 123. Chicago White Sox off that 8-2 win yesterday over the Detroit Tigers. Dallas Keuchel going to go here today for the White Sox. He'll be up against Tarek Skubal of the Tigers. And the Tigers' last 3 games have gone over the total, while the last 4 for Chicago have gone over. They're on a 6-game win streak right now, 15-31 on the season. And we do like the White Sox in this one, 5.2, 3.4, the over-under at 8.7. Boston taking on the Oakland Athletics. Big win last night for the Red Sox. In fact, Boston, one of the best teams on the road in the bigs this season. In fact, I'll show you guys that in a second. And minus 112 is the price tag today on the Red Sox. And starting pitcher Garrett Richards going up against Cole Irvin of the Oakland Athletics. And when Irvin goes for the A's, the under is 11-5. And now the Boston Red Sox on an 8-game win streak. Houston taking on the Cleveland Indians. Now the Tribe going to send Eli Morgan to the hill up against Jake Odorizzi today for the Astros. And looking at the line, minus 147 is the price tag here on Houston. The over-under is set at 10. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with the Tribe here. 5.6 to 5.09. The over-under is set at 10.72. So it does like it to go over the total. And like I said, the last four for Cleveland have gone over the total. And they are on a 3-game losing streak. Los Angeles taking on Washington. Now, you know, Washington yesterday, you had Mad Max Scherzer going. He pitched 6 beautiful innings. Then Martinez put in the bullpen, and then it just went to, as the old say, went to hell in the handcart really quick, right? Minus 240 is the price tag today. They're coming off that 10-5 loss. It was 3-1 when Scherzer got out, and if you were holding a Nationals ticket, I'm sure you were swearing at the TV. But Clayton Kershaw going to go here today for the Dodgers, and Paulo Espino going to go for the Nationals. They were a 2-game losing streak, while LA now on a 7-game win streak. You know, big come from behind win last night. And they were just happy to see Scherzer get out, and they attacked that bullpen, and they put a 10 spot on him right there. Well, actually, they put a 9 spot because they only had 1 on Scherzer. But looking at the forecast today, going to go with the Nationals, 5.7 to 3.7, the over-under at 9.46. St. Louis taking on the Colorado Rockies. Now, this was 3-2 bottom of the ninth, and the Rockies just couldn't get that last out, and that was all she wrote. In fact, if you had the under in that game, you had to sweat it out. It was a 12.5 point total. Hopefully you had 12.5, and it finished 9-3 extra innings. Wade LeBlanc going to go here today for the Cards. He's up against Kyle Freeland of the Colorado Rockies. 6.4 for St. Louis, 4.7 for Colorado. The over-under at 11.7, and the last 6 games for Colorado have gone under the total. Baltimore taking on the LA Angels. The Angels winning yesterday by 8-7. They're going to send Alex Cobb to the hill up against Jorge Lopez of the Baltimore Orioles. And we got the Angels winning this one, 7.3 to 6.1. The over-under at 13.4. Angels on a 2-game win streak, and their last 3 have gone over the total. San Fran back on the winning side now, winning 11-4 last night against Zach Gallen and the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're facing Jake Faria today for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Sammy Long going to go here for the Giants, and we do like San Fran here, 5.8 to 4.4. The over-under set at 10.31. And the final game of the evening, we'll see the Mariners taking on the Texas Rangers. And we do like the Mariners in this one, 5-3. The over-under at 8.61. Jordan Lyles is going to go here for Texas. He's up against Marco Gonzalez of the Seattle Mariners, who are now 43-40 on the season, and they are on a 3-game win streak. All right, let's take a look at the 80% Club. Trends are your friends, and I know this is a popular segment, so thanks to everybody who gave us a thumbs up yesterday on the Trends are your friends segment, and I will get back to that Red Sox road record in just a second. The over is 13-1 for the D-backs as a 120-140 home underdog coming off a loss the last 4 years, so you might want to consider the over there. The Astros 11-1 as a 140-160 road favorite after a conference game the last 5 seasons. Here's another over here, but it's the same, almost the same one as the one on top here. LA Angels 9-1 as a 160-180 home favorite, coming off a 2-game win streak the last 6 years, so that's a nice little angle right there. The Brew Crew, now I always like the current season one; those are my favorites. The Brew Crew are 9-1, Milwaukee 9-1 as an away team in the 3rd game of a series this season, so a nice 90% angle on the Brewers game here today. In fact, who are the Brewers playing again? I think it is Pittsburgh, isn't it? Yeah, Pittsburgh. All right, there. So a nice angle right there. And let me see if we have any other ones here. Here's the Red Sox, 11-2 as an away team during the 2nd game of a series this season. So you do have a nice angle here on the Brew Crew. In fact, let me go to the, I think it's ATS team standings. I think this is the one. And we're going to take it, let's go to Major League Baseball. And let's take a look at who are the best Major League Baseball road teams this year, and there's San Fran and Boston tied at first. So that's why, and if you remember yesterday, I was going through my list of teams to watch, right? So yesterday I said, here are the hottest teams that you probably want to look at. So we talked about San Fran, Boston, LA Angels, Milwaukee, San Diego, Toronto, and Washington. The only loss was Washington. So if you played any of those 7 recommendations we gave out here yesterday, and again, if you look at the Raymond Report, everything runs in cycles, right? So we look for value, percentage play, and the performance cycles. And this is why, from handicapping, sports and just learning from mistakes, right? I've been doing this a long time, 24 years. And, with parity playing a big role now in sports, it all boils down to percentage play. You can find a lot of, but you got to find indicators, right? You got to string along enough indicators, but the percentage play, to me, at the end, will always make a difference. And, your eyes are your prize. You got to really watch games, see what's going on, situational handicapping, and just follow certain trends that will be your friend, hopefully. Things like Boston, right? Like Boston yesterday, when I saw they were in, part of my 7, I saw the road record on the season, 25-14. I gave him a shot. I had 2 plays yesterday. I had the under, had a really good angle in the under in the Colorado. Man, I thought we were going to blow that with 3-2 going in the 9th. I thought it would be like a 4-3, 5-3 final. And then when I saw 9-3, we hooked them right at the end, right? But shouldn't have never gone that far. Milwaukee's a good road team. Tampa Bay, but I don't recommend Tampa Bay right now. Their pitching is struggling. They're losing a lot of pitchers. Toronto, you know what? Toronto, yeah, you can talk me into the Blue Jays right now. Houston, Dodgers, Oakland. These are all the top road teams right now. The top 10, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Oakland, Dodgers, Houston, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, Boston, San Fran. And this is why, folks, I always say, don't bet on bad teams. Because when you bet on bad teams and expect good things, it rarely ever happens, right? Let's take who are the best home teams to bet on. White Sox, they're on the road. Padres are on the road. Colorado's at home. Hey, Colorado, I tell you, what a Jekyll and Hyde team. They're Jekyll at home, but they hide on the road. Dodgers, they're on the road in Washington. Boston's on the road, so Chicago's on the road. Everybody's on the road this weekend. Oakland's at home, but they're playing Boston, which is a good team. Milwaukee and the Giants, right? So not a lot of home teams. So look for road teams there of the teams that, like the old Bill Parcells says, you are what your record says you are. And you want to follow those teams. Oh, before you go, let me get to the 80% Club, the old one. I got a great 10-0 system for you guys here today. Let me go to the old 80% Club. And let's go to Major League Baseball. And let's go to the bottom here. I got a great 10-0. Look at this. The San Francisco Giants, not the 49ers. Well, they'll be next month. The San Francisco Giants as a 140-160 road favorite. Totals 8.5. And it's the 3rd game of the series. Since 1996, 10-0 to the over. It meets my 10-game requirement. And when Seattle's a 100-120 home favorite, total 7.5 after a division game, 16-2 to the under. So those are 2 of my top 80% Club stats, old stats plays here today on the Raymond Report. And folks, if you go to the YouTube channel, at the top of the channel, I'm releasing my Dog Days of Summer series, and it's all my sports betting tips, one of my top ones. I'm doing 30 tips in 30 days. And tip number 3 today is the look ahead letdown factor. Pretty good. And the thing is with these tips, guys, is I just don't say it's a good letdown factor. Have a nice day. I go into detail on and I show you why, and I go get proof from the past. And now, do these tips work every time? No, but it's part of the learning curve of how to be a good handicapper, right? All right, if you do enjoy the video, please hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber to our channel yet, please help us get to 10,000. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers. So if you want to share our video on your Facebook, on your YouTube, Twitter, and if you're a daily member and want to show appreciation, I would really appreciate if you would share our video today. And let's try to get our numbers at 10,000. Because I feel we got a good channel, and if we can get our members up, I think we can have a lot of fun when it comes to the football season, when we do our live stream on Thursdays and Fridays. More the merrier, and we'll have a good time. All right, have yourself a great rest of your Saturday. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.